Hey everybody, this is an interactive video lesson about how to model division of fractions. Okay, so why don't you come over here and grab a pen. Right, you pick the color. All right, and just follow along with me. So the first problem we have is 3 divided by 1/2. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that we have 3 candy bars over here. So let's draw 3 rectangles. 1, 2, and 3, and try to make them the same size if you can, just like that. All right, so these 3 candy bars is going to represent this number 3, and the question is how many 1/2s are there in 3? Okay, so let's cut these into halves. So let's cut this into half, this into a half, and this into a half. Okay, so now if you notice, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 halves. So that's going to be our answer. It's going to be 6. Okay. So now let's actually do the calculations down here. So we're going to do 3 divided by 1/2. And I'm sure you probably heard the saying before, when you divide fractions, you keep, change, and flip. So that's what we're going to do here now. So we're going to change this to 3 times, and when I flip 1/2, we get 2 over 1. I'm going to make this 3 over 1. And now when I multiply 3 times 2, guess what? We get that magical answer of 6. And there we go. Okay. Let's do one more. Let's go on to the next slide. All right. This time we're going to divide 2/3 divided by 5. This is going to be a little bit different. Okay. So we're going to end up with a smaller answer. So again, come over here and let's start with a color. I'm going to use black. Okay. So this is going to look a little bit different, but let's make one long piece like this. All right. And we need to first make that into 2/3. So we're going to divide it into thirds, just like this. Okay. So we're going to focus just first on the 2/3. So I'm going to color in the first 2 blocks just like this. All right. So that's going to represent our 2/3. But we're now going to divide that into 5 different pieces. Okay. And this is going to be a little bit messy with the Jamboard, but it's good to see. Okay, so let's divide this into 5 parts. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've taken our 2/3, okay, and we divide it into 5 sections. So now the question is, how big is each part of that? Okay. So down here, let's go with 2/3 divided by 5. Okay. And remember, the rule is we keep, change, flip. Okay. So this is going to be 2/3 times. Now the reciprocal of 5 is 1/5. So it's going to be times 1/5. All right. And now 2 times 1 gives us 2. And 3 times 5 gives us 15. All right. So that's going to be our final answer, 2/15. So 2/3 divided by 5 is 2/15.